So when's the last time you had a good hot shower? For one of my next two guests, the answer is 13 years and no baths either. Joining me now are Jasmina Aganovich. She's the president of Mother Dirt, a biome-friendly line of skin products. She showers. Nice to see you, Jasmina. Again, David Whitlock is the founding scientist of AO Biome, Mother Dirt's parent company, based in Cambridge. He doesn't. Nice to see you both. Central premise of this whole thing is that washing using traditional soaps, etc., is bad for you. Why?
We've been too clean as a society. We've always believed that bacteria on the skin is bad, but we're learning, for example, like with probiotics internally, that we actually need bacteria in order to be healthy.
And do these things, like, they add bacteria, or they just preserve the good live bacteria that's on your body?
Both. But one of the ones we're most excited about is returning the bacteria back to the skin. We have a bacteria that once actually existed on our skin, but we've wiped it out in the last 50 or 75 years by being too clean.
But speaking of history for a second, we were less healthy ages ago when we bathed less. So doesn't that run totally counter to your central premise?
Depends on what sorts of diseases you're talking about. What we know is that no incidence of inflammatory skin diseases existed even as recently as the last 100 to 150 years. If you look at the percentages of things like acne and eczema that exist in the developed world versus the undeveloped world, or even historically, the numbers have changed pretty dramatically.
Okay, David, it's your turn. You're the person they really want to hear from. I know you want to answer that, but we'll get to that in a minute. You've taken this to a whole new level. I know you're sick of this question.
Right.
When was the last time you took a shower? You don't even know, right?
I don't, yeah.
Roughly, how long is it?
It's been at least 12, 13
12, 13,
years.
whatever.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that what motivated you is you're out on a date or something.
Yes.
And the woman you're with says something about rolling around in the mud, or
well,
what exactly happened?
I was dating this woman, a 5th grade school teacher, and she asked me this question, why did her horse roll in the dirt in March?
Oh.
First I said, well, get rid of insects. And he said, no, that's before insects come out. And so eventually I decided, well, it was to get the right kind of bacteria, right kind of bacteria on its skin so that sweat over the summer wouldn't putrefy. And so trying to impress her, I went to the library, and it became too important to not pursue. And so
how'd that work out?
Actually, for her, it worked out well. I mean, we never became an item.
It was meant to be.
It was never meant to be.
But she got the answer to the horse deal.
Yeah.
How'd you get introduced to this whole concept? I know you shower and all that kind of thing, which is not contra to any of this. How'd you get introduced to this notion that live bacteria are keeping them there pretty critical to your skin's health and all that sort of thing?
Sure. So I'm a chemical engineer by training, but my career has been in consumer products where we've believed that bacteria on the skin is a bad thing. So you can imagine when I heard about this company, I found it fascinating. I met the team, saw the science, and was finding it really compelling. So I knew I needed to come on board. I fundamentally believe that it is one of the most dramatic shifts in personal care that could hugely make a difference in personal health.
And give me 2 or 3 examples of all these things. Assuming you use these things, these sprays, mists, whatever they are, what are the primary benefits people will get? And by the way, you do it as a supplement to what he doesn't do. But what are the primary benefits, Jasmine?
Most of our users find that they can cut down on other products. So deodorant is a big one. About 60% of our users are able to stop using deodorant, which is kind of a crazy idea for most people. For others, it's about cutting down on moisturizer, cutting down on makeup, and the benefits of that, other than shorter routines, is also less chemicals. Your skin is much more balanced and able to take care of itself.
Now, I assume you hang out with him a little bit, I mean, at work and obviously doing things. What's the question that most people have about him? We don't know what it is. What is it? What is it? I mean, just ask him. You ask him.
People have walked into the office wanting to know if David smells.
Okay, and I want you to know, before you answer the question, because I wasn't going to trust your answer because I knew what it would be, when you were on Boston Public Radio, both of you, about a month ago, this is what I did. That is me sniffing. I'm embarrassed to say. I am sniffing I believe it is the left armpit of David. And I have to say, you smell, I wouldn't say great, but you smell totally fine.
Yeah.
Why do you smell totally? Why don't you smell horrible?
I mean, normal, fresh human sweat is sterile and is odorless, and it's only bacteria that convert sweat and exfoliated skin into things that smell bad, and it's the bad bacteria that do that, not the good bacteria.
So do you think you'll expire someday, never having taken a shower again?
Well, I have no plans to bathe.
Unless,
now,
of course, like we talked about on the show, if there was like a truck
somebody
that
gave him a
drove
bigger
by
whoop.
and
dumps a bucket of crap
that.
on me, I will, of course, bathe. But No, I had
You're doing pretty well from what I understand. You just won some award in western part of the
Yeah,
country. That's
yeah.
I mean this seriously. I'm sure the product. I'm sure. I've heard a lot of good things about this. Were it not for him, would you be doing as well? I mean, that's the story that leads people like me into this. Is he not a key to your success?
Of course. There's the
I don't mean the
quote,
scientific work. I mean the fact that the guy doesn't take a bath.
Absolutely. I think all progress relies on the unreasonable man, the people that view the world differently. So David has been central to the company's ethos and our mission.
You ever smelled him?
Of course.
Yeah, and you had the same results I did.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fabulous. Jasmine, it's great to see you. Good luck. This is all this. How do they find? What's the website for this operation?
Motherdirt.com, and if they want to learn about our clinical research, it's aobiome.com.
Wonderful. David, it's great to see you again. You smell fabulous. Nice to see you.